too. He actually bought us out there. We lived with him and Michael Blackson.
Okay, got you. Damn.
Yeah, and then it was.
He just be living the life. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm on tour. I'm making all these albums. I'm living here, Michael Blackson. That's tough.
That's crazy. I mean, it probably do sound like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say that's the grounded part about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like to you, it's just like you just trying to.
Yeah, to you, you saying it like it's nothing, but
I'm hearing names. I'm hearing names.
I'm like, whoa, like what's going on? Like, so with Nas, like I'm just like, whoa, like okay. What's up, CurbTalks Podcast? We're on the curb today. If you're about hurt, stand up, stretch, sit down. Let's get straight to it.
Yeah, so we're back with another episode. It's CurbTalks Season 4, Episode 13. Today we got a special guest, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What up, though, world? You already know it's the world's greatest Flex Kartel, man. La Familia Mafioso, man. We already here.
That might be the sweetest intro we had.
Yeah, low key.
That's what I say.
I'm saying, man, sweetest in town.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that for y'all crazy, funny people.
Yeah. You know people gonna misinterpret that for real.
Yeah.
So yes, I mean it's Flex Kartel, man. It's not too much introduction that's really necessary for real. So how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain. One day at a time. How y'all feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling great. So we're gonna get straight to the current moment. But if y'all don't know the current moment, we ask simple questions. What is your curb talks? So where do you have your best conversations and what do they do?
My best conversations start with God first.
That's a good one.
And from there it transcends to my dope team, management team. Shout out Drew, shout out Danny. And we have just like an insignias of like, it doesn't really matter about where the place might be. I feel like the energy is what creates the environment for real. So it could be anywhere, just as long as the energy and we creating like that, it's gonna be something dope. That's why I create my curb talks for real.
What was your best and most inspiring conversation that you had?
How we about to go get this multi-million-dollar situation right here. We got this joint, I can let the door at. We right here about to go ahead and kick some doors. So that's the most inspiring conversation I had for real.
For sure. That's tough. So like when you're having this conversation, like you said, you mentioned like the energy. You know what I'm saying? Is that something that's just been there? Like every time y'all get together, the energy is just always there, or it's just like it's just in y'all for real. How would you describe the energy?
I mean, yeah, it comes from within and then out in this God body. So I mean, nothing happened for a reason. I mean, everything happened for a reason. So he put us all together. Every time we come together, something great come out of that pot. It's like some stew would just be cooking and something dope always come out.
I think it's very important because like even as a team, we always have those conversations like how we about to go get it, how we about to run it up, like the steps that we got to do, the plan that we got to do, and like it's very important to have those like periodically. Like that can never just be one conversation. It has to be like a constant conversation. Like,
it has to.
Yeah, to keep you motivated, to keep you drive. Because like people need to hear that sometimes. Like, all right, this is the plan again. Like you can say the plan 10 times, but you need to keep saying that plan. Like
you have to. Consistency is key.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, you know, like Nip say marathon on a race, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta keep pushing, like, just like step by step, or like, you know, my man Franklin State, even though he tried to play with him, like, you know what I'm saying? Brick by brick,
brick
though,
by
like,
brick,
you know what I'm
man. How you feel about the finale, though? The snowball finale.
If y'all ain't see it, y'all can just skip forward.
I think, one of the biggest lessons I think I got out of it, I was like, man, money really the root of all evil, for real. Like, I mean, it changed life. It's definitely like a peace reliever for a lot of situations, but like, he was so invested in that joint. Yeah. That joint had him turning on all his people, turning on his family. When I seen him in the joint when he was talking to his mother in the jail, he was like, man, I can curse on this joint?
Yeah, you go.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying. He like, man, bitch, it's your fault. In my house, I'm watching the joint. I felt some type of way. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Sure. But I loved it. I love how John Singleton put that together. I did have the pleasure of meeting him too before he had passed away.
Really? How was that?
It was dope. I went to the opening. I forgot what movie it actually was. Actually, it was for Snowfall. It was one of the for the first season. We went to the opening. They had an opening in here, and I met Damson and a couple other people. But in this area.
Really? Damson, he had the LA accent on or the British accent on?
He had a British joint.
Okay.
He's being authentic.
That's tough.
Damn, I didn't know they had the Snowfall opening here in this area.
Yeah. Shout out my homegirl Yannicka. She actually works with a lot of broadcast television. She they invited me out for the red carpet event, the premiere of it. So we went and did that, and then when I was there, she introduced me to John Singleton and everybody there, and I was like, man, it's crazy.
It's amazing. Shout out John Singleton for real.
Yeah, long live John.
And a lot of black movies, like, and it's crazy. You mentioned the me personally, that ending. I'm just like, I don't get what Sissy did. Like in my head, it's just, I get it. Like, yeah, you don't want to get the money, but like you rather him like go broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what you want to see your son go through?
I mean, the Jones are like based on a true story though. Yeah. You know,
right?
You know that, right?
I ain't know that actually.
Yeah, Free Ray.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he's not like terrible. Like, I don't think that, because he has his own book, he's making his own money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it's the Franklin situation, but I think that like from the height that where he was at to where it went, like, I mean, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? You can't really depict any of these like kind of biopics head on of what they're supposed to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you got to keep the people like, we talking about it right now. That joint was a couple weeks ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I think because it was like, that was like one of the worst endings that ever happened to a drug dealer, for real. Like, not dead, not in jail, but like real back on the street.
Is that one of the worst though? Because like,
I think so, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Because like you gotta like live with that. Like if you dead, you dead. You're not really here no more. If you in jail, like it's still like that. But you can come back out and make some shape. But like going back to zero from where you started, from going like to 100, that's crazy, bro.
Shit, I mean, it's niggas who be doing that and then they hit zero and they go up right back up to 100. It depends on who the person is and what their mentality is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Franklin, he kind of spiraled after that.
Yeah, he was just like bamming out a little bit when he told him. One of my favorite parts at the end is when he like, man, he was like, you go back and forth to Africa, to LA, to Africa. You know, I'm gonna start calling you Yo-Yo. and then when they left the house and they came back and they was taking the house, and he was like, nah, bro. He's like, man, I'm gonna buy this joint. I'll give you the money. He was like, Yo-Yo. That joint made me scream.
Yeah, he was funny towards the end. Yeah. Like, it's crazy, but I feel like Dancer was really acting on that joint. He was all over different types of personalities on that joint.
Brilliant actor.
Yeah, Dancer was a great actor. He didn't win a award for that.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But I think that was a great current moment.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. But let's get into it. Flex Kartel, the man himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, we know you're into the music. You know, you're back from Maryland to LA. Mm-hmm. Let's bring it all back to where it all started. Like, how did you get into music?
Got into music. I always talk about this. I feel like I used to be singing these R&B songs with my family, and my mom and my aunties used to go to bingo. They used to have these bingo markets. We used to clean up every Sunday. I used to be singing like Barry White and stuff like that at the bingo markets. That was a vivid, clear memory. And I was like 4 or 5 years old doing that. So I feel like that's when music really, my love for music started. But like me actually recording or pursuing any type of music, probably like when I was 16, I was in a go-go band. I was in an IEB band, Game Over band. I was the lead mic for Reflections band. And we got Reflections, we got some records on there that's like, they streaming on YouTube and some other platforms and stuff, and they got a lot of plays. So I mean, I'm proud of that.
Talk more about like the impact of go-go on the DMV. Like, it's like for those who aren't from the DMV, like, and just explain how important really is like to the culture here, and to like not only that but to music itself. For
I mean, that's our culture, that's our sound. Just like you go to like, they say the drill sound was originated from Chicago, right. And then like that's our sound, like that's our element. We create our own pockets. Like, you got to be able to be like in that musical realm sometimes to even understand what go-go is. Right. Some people come here and they love it. Some people come here and they be like, they might not understand it at first. Then they see like it's more than just the music. It's like a vibration of the culture, like the sounds. You got the streets of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the heart of DC. Like, you feel me? You got Chuck, long live Chuck Brown. You got Red Essence. You got Junkyard Band. Junkyard Band was once a band that was signed to Def Jam Records. Y'all know that?
I know that.
They was signed to Def Jam Records. They was on tour with Salt and Pepper and Tupac before.
Really?
Yeah.
This is new. I ain't know that.
Russell Simmons got a movie, y'all. Y'all check the joint out. I forget what it's called. But y'all can just search Russell Simmons Junkyard Band. Y'all see that it'll pop up like somewhere on YouTube. But there's a movie, and like in the movie, they got the band, they got Junkyard Band playing in the movie, but it's Junkyard from DC because they had signed them.
Right.
And then like, you know what I'm saying?
So, I didn't know that.
I did not know
I
that.
remember being like elementary school when I first heard about go-go.
Yeah.
And like I was listening. I think I was listening to it all day. I got a headache. Because I was new to it, so all the drums, all the screaming. I was like, damn. But then I got used to it. I'm like, go-go's a lot tough. Like, I really like even at the parties now, like a good party, you can at least go at least once.
At least once. The DJ gonna play at least once or twice. Yeah.
Like, lay down, go crazy at a party. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
Everybody know what time it is.
They got endless little like.
What's your favorite go-go song?
Go-go song, man, there's so many. I can't even lie.
What's your favorite go-go band?
Don't got a favorite go-go band. Okay. I do love the way that New Impressions has like a smooth R&B feel to their go-go sound. But I definitely love TLB. I love Backyard. I love TCB. I love all the go-go bands. So I could find a hit that I like from all of them for real. So.
Got you. So you mentioned like you started off like using the go-go band, things like that. So talk about that, and then eventually like becoming a rapper and like starting to figure out yourself and learn your own craft. How did that process go?
I actually got kicked out of my go-go band.
Really?
They was like, man, yeah, man.
Why you think that? What was you doing?
I wasn't doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, but they end up doing that. After that, for real, I was blown. I was like, man, I don't want to do music no more. I was going to school. I went to college for a little bit. Fast forward, my financial aid fell through. I went back home. One of my mans was rapping. He went to what's the guys' college out in Atlanta?
Morehouse.
He went to Morehouse.
Where'd you go to school at?
Allegheny Frostburg.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So financial aid fell through at Frostburg. So yeah. So basically, he went to Morehouse. He came back home. Him and his man was rapping in college. They had a fan base out there, buzz out there, and all that shit. I think his name Dame Boys or something like that. And he was like, man, we rapping. He had a studio in his house. He's like, bro, you should get on this song. I was like, man, I don't rap. And then in DC, we ain't really or even in the whole DMV for real, we ain't really like rapping like that.
Right.
Go-go. Just like y'all talk about go-go. Go-go was our music. Those was our like rock star. Like Kanye say, where I'm from, the dope boys is the rock stars. That's what we was looking up to. So then I was like, I ain't no rapper. But then he was like, come on. End up trying it. I was like, listen back to it. I was like, man, I don't sound that bad. And then,
you really had like written a verse down or something? Like how you wrote your first verse?
Yeah, I wrote it on pen and paper.
Gotcha.
That's what that John pen.
Is that still how you make music now, pen and paper, or you punching?
Yeah, I mean, I punch in. I depends. Like, if I want to get like the feeling from the heart, I'll write it down.
Okay.
If I want to get the vibe for the song, punching in is for the vibe. For me, it's for the vibe. If I want the feeling, I need to write.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's tough. So then, you're Jamaican. So how do you input your Jamaican culture into your music now? I
mean, it's all in elements of like my different pockets. Shout out to all my Jamaican people out there, man. The thing's set up for a long time.
Wait, all right. You gotta teach me how to speak patois.
Patois.
Yeah, patois.
Yeah.
So like, all I know is like 5 feet up. Like that.
What's that joke? Because I ain't even here because I don't even know if you said nine.
5
So now I'm
He trying to say no quiet, trying to say proper.
Yeah. Oh, you said 5 foot up.
5 foot up.
Oh, it's like
wagwan. Like
I know the wagwan.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
But like
wagwan.
like,
mean,
what are some other terms?
What word you want to know?
All right. How do you say? Okay, say like, hi, my name's Flex Kartel.
I mean, because it's broken English, you know what I'm saying? So if it's patois, if I'm a politician, I would just say, hi, my name's Flex Kartel.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You would see somebody on the news in Jamaica, that's how they talking, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But if you want to say wagwan, I say wagwan, yeah, Flex Kartel.
You probably try to try it.
You want to try it? I ain't gonna try it.
What's your name? What's your nickname?
My nickname?
Yeah.
Mac
Peasy. Okay. So say wagwan.
Wagwan.
Me.
Me.
Mak.
Mak.
Peasy.
Wagwan. Me up, my peas.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All I know is a bumper clock. I had to add that in.
All right, man. I'm locked in now. I'm half Jamaican now.
We're gonna bring him to the yard one time.
I'm saying my Tico, they gonna see me soon. They gonna see me soon.
We're gonna check out the trenches out there, man. Tiffany Gardens.
Say no more.
I can't fade. I be hearing about the Jamaican trenches. I can't fade.
Nah, you good. You were the real Jamaican.
Yeah, he great.
Yeah.
We gonna be certified, so we straight.
Yeah, certified.
Say no more. So, Brad, so like you, when it comes to like even getting into rap, like you wrote down your first verse, things like that. But how did you keep developing your own sound? And like once you wrote that first verse, how did you feel after that? Like even though you say, "Oh, you don't sound that bad," but it takes a lure someone to eventually be like, "All right, man, I'm gonna actually take it serious." So like, what was that whole process like for you?
The point of taking it serious, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Wale. This is before I even knew him because I have worked with him. Right. But when I seen him on TV and I knew that he was actually from DC and I had seen him in PG Mall before, I was like, damn, this nigga really famous. Like, shit, I mean, I could do it. Right. After that, I was still a little skeptical, but what brought it really closer to home was y'all heard of All Day?
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and like, you know, him, Logic, they had their thing going on. They was working Raheem Devon too. And me and All Day used to play church league basketball together back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we were kids.
Small world.
So now I was like, dang, when I started rapping, I remember talking to God. I was like, God, like, you get me with All Day, like I know I can make some stuff happen. Right. Because we was friends and like you know what I'm saying? He's a little bit older than me. We was like cool, but it wasn't like all the way like we just locked in. And then when you know you get older, you like get this.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. Then we like, one of our friends, Phil's best friend too as well, Stanley. He actually was coming around the way and was linking with us, and I was like, I'm trying to link with Phil. And he was like, I bet I'm gonna holler at him. Got me with Phil, and then they like Phil took me underneath the wing, him and Dre the Man for real, bringing me to different stuff like BT 106 and Park and stuff like that. That's the first time I met Brandy. Brandy was playing in my head in the elevator.
That's tough.
That's crazy.
106 and Park was the time.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like, yeah, that just shows the age difference because I was watching it from the TV as like a kid. Like I was sneaking to my parents' room, go on BET before school, watch that show, then go to school. Like.
See? I mean, I was watching it. See, for me, when I went to 106 and Park, it wasn't like, who was the host of 106 and Park? Who's the one that hosted 106 and Park when you was watching it?
I don't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't think it was when I went up there, it was at the end of 106 and Park.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like AJ and Free and stuff like that, whoever, or like Terrence and Rob.
Bow Wow do it for?
Yeah, it's Bow Wow. I think it was Bow Wow and somebody else because Brandy was doing that show, The Game.
Okay, gotcha.
And I would disrespect the Brandy because I think she got a husband or something like that. So yeah.
Okay, that's sweet. That's tough. Okay, cool. And then you talk about Wale and your relationship with Wale. Like, talk about that because like, I know y'all collabed on co-tracks on your last EP with, and you're a twin too with you and your brother. Yeah, my twin Big Schoolie. Shout out Big Schoolie. So, shout out Red Cartier. I know you and Wale have collabed. Like, talk about your relationship over time and how it's matured. When I first met Wale, I was working. A lot of people don't know, like, you gotta be like humble and really hustle and get this shit out the mud. But like, cause I was working with Ade, I was still already a popular artist in DC, and then I started linking with DJ Money. DJ Money is Ade's DJ, Wale's DJ. He DJ for Mac Miller. Okay. Long live Mac Miller. Yeah, and he was bringing me around to Mac Miller, all those people. And I remember he brought me around, and I'm just like, sometimes it's like on some friend vibes. And then I remember one day going to him like, yo, bro, like, let me just like do day to day for you. Like, I'd be like persistent shit, whatever. Like, I'm just trying to work. You ain't gotta pay me. I was working with him for like 8 months. But he was Wale's DJ, so any place that he would go, he would see me. Everybody already knew who I was. We'd be like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, Wale started taking a liking to me more too. Then he was going on tour, working on his Shine album. He was like, man, I remember he was talking to Phil. He's like, man, I want Flex to go on tour with us, but can't get him a set, but I could have him perform with me, and he'd be my hype man. He was like, ask Flex if he'd be interested in that. Phil asked me,
And I was like, hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Coming out of this, like a dream coming out of here, just go on tour, you know what I'm saying? Went on that jump. Hype man, like probably like 30 cities, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And that shit was like, it was big. Then we went on tour right after that. We went on tour with Nas. And I was like, dang, from there.
Nas tour with Nas is crazy. How was that? Like, that whole experience?
That was amazing. The first day of tour was Nas' birthday. It was like, we was in the backstage with Nas with his cake and all that.
On his birthday?
On his birthday. Like, that was fire.
How Nas get down? Like, how he get crazy on his? He get crazy or he's like, he just chilled that day because he was on tour?
He was just chill. I mean, I feel like Nas just like a chill, like stand-up guy. Like, he's like a real nigga for real. That's how he carry himself. He ain't seem like he like, I mean, he mature, like, you know what I'm saying? He a grown-ass man, so I don't feel like he's going to hear it.
One thing I want to point in on is the fact that you said you want to work with DJ Money for 8 months for free, just doing day-to-day. Like, I want to emphasize that to people, like, your best opportunities will come when you want to do something for free, like, out of love, you know what I'm saying? Because then people really see that you're willing to grind, you're willing to hustle. Yeah. Like, you just got to keep having that heart to do something for free. So it's kudos to you for doing that because that took you to a whole new level. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wouldn't even do that. They would be like, nah, like, if I ain't getting paid, I ain't doing it. Yeah. But sometimes you just got to do it and then see what happens at the end.
Because, I mean, what do people consider getting paid, though? Because it's like, you got intellectual wealth. And you got things in relationships that money can't buy.
Right? Yeah.
So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of relationships that I reap the benefits off of from those times now that, like, I know that, like, if I was just trying to even pay for it, it wouldn't be as beneficial.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like I was still getting paid, but maybe not a monetary, tangible gain like most people think they need to have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Millionaires brush shoulders and they drop gems on each other to make more money. It's not just somebody's be like, here's cash.
Like, no handouts out here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got people who's going to help you and do that, you should definitely like take heed and be very grateful because a lot of people don't get situations like that. You know what I'm saying? But know that like everything isn't all about the money too, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I was saying about the Franklin shit.
Yeah.
Man.
That's true. So talk about being on tour, like how that whole process, like going to different shows and things like that. Like talk about being on tour and like how that whole process was for you. Cause was going on tour with Wale, like was that your first tour?
Yeah, that was my first tour.
Gotcha.
How first tour, you're going on tour with Wale.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's tough.
Yeah, so how was that?
That was dope. I mean, I was going crazy on there, man. I was wilding. I was actually like dating somebody. They was on the tour with us. And I was fucking like, I really should have been being a good nigga, but I was like on the joint like, man, I'm on my first tour. Like, I did go crazy. Man, I just like, but I mean, it was lit, man. It was girls in every city, me and different women. Like, if it was like I got a girl located in every city, I really had a girl located in every city. I was really like, you know what I'm saying?
Running it up.
Yeah.
That's something like the doors that Wale is open for you because I noticed on Instagram, like, you was in the studio with him and Thug. Like, that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's even crazy in itself because we all know who Thug is. Like,
you know, free slime, free Jeffrey.
For real. Like, how was that? Like, just being in the studio with Thug because that's something that, like, if that happened to me, I'm like, damn.
Like, I'd be geek.
I would be geek for real.
Thug is a real good nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I fuck with Thug hard as shit. Like, even through the whole pandemic, like, we was in the studio with Thug in that picture, but we was in the studio the whole pandemic with each other. And Lady London in that picture too, she just got a deal. Shout out Lady London. People don't even know it's Lady London because she got her mask on, but it's Lady London. And we've been in the studio. I remember we was in there with Kevin Durant, 21 Savage, Thug, and everybody else who was like, you know what I'm saying, who was in the joint, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Key was in there, Long Live Key.
Long Live Key.
You know what I'm saying? We was in there playing 2K and doing little video games and then niggas being there recording and just smoking and like vibing and shit like that. So that joint was always a vibe. Always had like good energy, beautiful women around. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was dope as hell.
Yeah.
We were like, you know what I'm saying?
Are those studio sessions? Because I know people like they like studio sessions differently. Like some people like a lot of people in there. Some people like just themselves. Like how do you prefer it?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Would rather like nobody be right there. Cause like when you by yourself and it's just you and the engineer, you really can make the ugliest noises that you want to make. That's how some of these artists make the craziest songs and you like, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes like you do get the energy where you feed off a lot of other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you create something dope too. So, but for me personally, like, I don't really like a lot of people to be in the studio. That ain't really how I record.
Okay.
Like that. So talk about, I want to mention you just like, even like the DMV music scene. 'Cause I remember, like, he was low-key, like, he was like there for like he was in the industry for like a minute now, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just like, I remember you did like a Panda freestyle. I was like, that was like my first introduction to you.
Oh, shoot.
Like, yeah. I remember that joke. It's on SoundCloud. I remember I was bumping that joke. Who's got Flex Kartel? So it was like, talk about how you've noticed like the DMV music scene change, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been people that was there. I remember like back 2015, 2016, we had guys like Big Fly, who was huge. Like, we had Fame Rig, Baby Og, rest in peace, Baby Og, rest in peace, Fame Rig, you know what I'm saying?
Baby Og,
we lost a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
Talk about like how you feel the music scene has changed from when it was then to how it is now.
I mean, I feel like it's elevating. It keeps like going up the pedestal every single time. There's more and more artists. Yeah. We created like, that's like we have the go-go sound. We got the DC like drill sound that is building more and more every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? More and more artists are building on that, and the industry's starting to notice it. I see more industry people playing those songs. So I think it's growing. I love like you talk about Flock. Shout out Flock. That's one of my brothers that he got a lot of good shit going. I feel like he about to get his moment too, where he break through and do his job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Flock. That's long overdue for Flock, man. That's a time. I remember in high school, like cranking Flock heavy, like OC, and then he got locked. Like, I feel like Flock was right there.
He was right there.
He was right there. Like, the feature with 21 Savage. He was right there going up. Then he got locked. Yeah. I feel like, when you get locked, you kind of lose momentum a little bit. But like, the thing is, Flock hasn't missed a step. Like,
I mean, shit, you got to
still getting straight to it.
You a rapper, you a trap rapper, and you go to jail. That's like hitting the restart button on the Super Nintendo or something. for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come back and you're supposed to be like on steroids for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like he turned up. I feel like y'all know him for a certain amount of time. So y'all be like, all right, cool, man. I want y'all, and like, and y'all motivation is like, I want to see him blow up too. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But then also, you gotta think it's an aspect of the world that's like, when he does blow up, or I blow up, they're gonna be like, damn, this is new to them.
Yeah.
And then there's always the people who say, man, I'm sure I've been on
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely one of them people. I was there when Sonny dropped. I was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, that's like, it's like classic. I probably got some real classic DMV mixtapes for.
Like, I remember Flock came to school, and it was like for, I don't remember what event it was. It was like during homecoming. Yeah, it came and like, all I heard was this Big Flock name, and then he just came out. I was like, damn, like when you say all that, and then everybody ran up to the stage. Yeah. I remember it was him, little dude. I don't think him, little dude.
Too.
Yeah, so it's a time.
That's like, one thing I will say about the DMV rap scene though. It's like live motherfucker, like it's like shit that when niggas is not taking advantage of the opportunity and talent that they got.
Right.
I just want niggas to know that like they got opportunities on the table. Like if you got that craft or you got that fan base, like push that. Yeah. You can't have one foot in, one foot out. You really need to be focusing on that music because a lot of shit like niggas be right here and it's like I say go that way, but it's like you might have that shot, keep that like momentum, like you feel me?
It was definitely, and that I feel like that's what sometimes holds us back sometimes like as a community because we don't lost. It's so much talent we done lost. We lost Swipey. We lost Baby Augie. So much talent. Long live Swipey. So it's. I feel like
my man Los.
Yeah. And it's just it's sad to see because you see a lot of these artists like man he gonna blow, and then you see him either get locked. Things happen to him. But it's always good to see people like you who just are able to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Keep that mindset going, and it's always new artists every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not get discouraged too. Like you've been doing like. People do stuff for a long time and they get discouraged. But like, you keep grinding, you keep picking up the wall. Like, you never know when you hit that diamond. You gotta keep going.
You got to. I haven't seen Khaled say the other day. Khaled, as a singer, interview Khaled. Y'all don't know. You can look it up. Y'all probably find it. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, dog. People don't understand. He said all the places that people see me working. He said I didn't even touch my first big check until I was 40 years old.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I said, God, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's just like it just show you that like that's a perfect example of like picking away that you know what I'm saying? The wall to go get that diamond. Like you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was turned down by every record label. Maybe it's like 30 or some shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got 2 chains. You got people like it don't matter. You go and then I also look at it like this too. Say you got somebody like Bow Wow, who's a child star. Right. You got child stars, or you got people who've been in the industry or been like trying to do music since they were a kid. That means it's like you working on this craft for like for a long time as well. Even though you're not a grown person, like people put a stamp on something when you're a grown person, but like if you started music when you was 8 years old, you really been doing, and then you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like if he doing that, he done had a big shine as Lil Bow Wow. Then he became the man. Now he's Bow Wow, right? Mm-hmm. How hard do we hear Bow Wow singles? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't hear, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
How hard is that? So it's like you don't hear them Bow Wow singles or nothing like that, but it's because he got it now. He got it like he down there got to recreate himself. But if Bow Wow didn't have to recreate himself from Lil Bow Wow, then maybe people would just like Bow Wow.
Yeah,
if that makes sense to you, you get what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, we get it. No, we definitely get it, and it's like, especially in terms of like things like me making music, making any types of art, or even like podcasting. Like the goal that I be telling you, I be talking to my little brother about, is like the goal is to be the face of oversaturated market. Like every music is saturated, podcasting is saturated now, everything's saturated. But like in order to be the face of that, you gotta outlive everybody else. Like you really gotta like outshine everybody else, because people not gonna have the determination to go 10 years, 5+ years, 10+ years, and then like once you keep going, being consistent, consistency is key.
Yeah, man. They say overnight. I see 2 versions. They say overnight success takes at least 7 years or 10 years. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anytime you see overnight success, somebody be like, "Man, that don't happen overnight." They be grinding for crazy
for years.
You know what I'm saying? For years, you can't like. It's not like it doesn't happen like that, but it's like 9 times out of 10, like you got to put in some foundation. It's just like story 3 Little Pigs. You got the house, wood joint, the straw joint. You got the stick joint. Then you got the brick. Yeah. The brick is the foundation. Why can't the wood blow it down? Because of the foundation around the house, though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they say, as quick as you go up, as quick as you fall. And I'd rather like grind for a long time going up, and then, you know what I'm saying, keep it steady, you know what I'm saying? Because even when it's like something I think about, like when people are so great where they go up and they stay up there, like that's unnatural. Like, that's what like God gives. Like everything that goes up has to come down. Yeah, so it's like you're gonna have to, but it's not even falling off though. It's just how things work. But some people are able to like go up and then stay up there.
Yeah,
you know? That's just God's gift to you.
But you gotta think about it like think about artists that did like have no foundation for real, or like you could tell that they didn't have the foundation when they drop a single and the single become bigger than them. You know what I'm talking about?
It's like a movement. The single become like a movement, or like they're only like, you think of that artist, you think of that single.
You think of that single. I mean, you might not even.
But I get it, and it's like the hardest part is just like staying in the game. The hardest part is like staying motivated, trying to just like continue with that. And I feel like a lot of people they're so focused on the rise, they don't really think about how do I sustain that. You know what I'm saying? And it's especially in this field, in the music field, like it's not easy to say that. It's always what's next. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you and like when you're trying to like figure out what's next, what are you looking for when you drop it? Because you just dropped a single recently too. So yeah, what is like your mindset when it comes to like the next new thing, the next single, the next this?
We do the structure. We look for the structure and the production and the rollout plan. Right. We create a rollout plan for singles to lead up to projects. Gosh. I mean, I honestly can't give all the sauce.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just know like it's getting cooked up and it's gonna be a really good dinner.
For sure.
And like talk about like even like creating for like when you create that single, like how do you know who to put on it? So you got Sauce Walker, you got Peso, you got Manny Wells. Like when you created Forbes, was it like you already knew that you were gonna put them on it? Like how did all that come about? Okay, so originally, shout out Drew too. Drew got Sauce Walker and Peso on there, and originally. Before that, we were in the studio, me and Manny Wells, and we recorded on that record. We did a Diverse in the Bridge, but the song wasn't finished. And then Drew heard it, and he was like, "Yo, what the hell? We not play this for me?" He's like, "Man, we need to bring this down to Houston. We need to go link with Sauce and them." He already had connections with them.
Sauce Walker, Kool Khan, all them.
Right.
So we went down there. Probably was there for like 24 hours. Probably like 48 hours, but the first 24 hours, it was hectic. Like we went there, got there like 3 o'clock. Went to the studio probably around 6 o'clock with them. We didn't leave that joint probably until like the next day at like noon.
Damn. So it's like y'all was like working on verses. Y'all was like, what was that studio session like?
Yeah, I mean, we went in there. We had the song. They was vibing to the song. Ended up laying their verses. After they laid the verses, we shot the video a little while after that. I mean, we still vibing and chilling and shit. So we was in there like drinking, smoking and shit that. But you know what I'm saying? Just building, politicking. And then later on that night, probably going into the AMs, 3, 4 a.m., we start shooting and shit.
Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, so like when it comes to like you making these singles and things like that, when I always wonder when it comes to like people making songs like kind of like what Mac asked, like even not even just for this particular single, but when you make a song, like what is your mindset when it comes to like features and things like that? Like, I want to put him on this, I want to put him on this. Is it you kind of listen to the beat and trying to see who will fit in it, or is it more so you kind of have an idea of who you want already on it before you make the song?
Listen to the beat. Sometimes we're not thinking about the feature. I'm not thinking about the feature initially.
Yeah.
Or then like after we do the song, maybe lay the verse and the hook, we start talking as a team and be like, oh yeah, this song might be a feature, or this person might be good on that. Right. We do it like that. Or we might be like, man, this song don't need a feature. You need to crush this song by yourself. Yeah.
Gotcha. So even when it comes to like albums and things like that, like what's your mindset when it comes to producing the album? Because I feel like I always wonder with that, because like when it comes to like constructing the album, like what songs you want to put first and things like that, like what is your mindset when it comes to the album? Is it like a particular process you try to do for each particular one, or is it more so just like for this particular album, I'm in this mode, I'm gonna do it like this type of thing?
Yeah, I feel like every aspect of every album is different. Like I feel like you gotta get into the realm that makes you most comfortable for that album. It's like you see how Kanye might go to Wyoming to bring everybody out there for him to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen, like, we had this one joint where we had this writer camp. We working on hooks and certain stuff with like Meek and niggas and like that in Bahamas. Shit like that you have to do, because that's when you see more, you're able to talk about stuff more.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to kind of like get in that mode?
Or as far as like state, city, or
it don't matter, like whatever, like state or city or place like that you get in that, like you was talking about, like Wyoming or the Bahamas. Like, do you have like a place for you where like when you're ready to really like write, record, get in that mode, you go there?
I go to LA. I go in the studio in LA and go ahead and just lock in. They got them long studio blocks with the dope equipment. They got C800, Sony C800. I don't know if y'all know what it is. It's like $10,000 microphone, like pin drop in this joint. You gonna hear that joint? I like that. You hear your voice so crisp, bright and vibrant. I need that. That'll boost your confidence and morale while you're rapping or singing, because you hear yourself so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I want to talk about like the migrating to the West Coast. You know, I know you go to LA a lot. Like, how do you what's the difference between DMV and LA in your eyes?
They two different places. Completely two. They're yin and yang. But I mean, the entertainment value in DC is built off of nightlife. The entertainment value in LA is built off of like real entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because their nightlife in LA isn't really as good as DC's.
Really?
No. All the clubs close at like 2 a.m. and it probably starts closing up at like 1:40.
Damn. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They have like a strict like liquor law and stuff like that. But it's a dope place. They got dope ass after parties. Mm-hmm. And all the, you know what I'm saying, mansion parties, all that type stuff. Yeah. That's where you go to really get the business done. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, for me, ain't no place like home. You gonna come here, you turn up, you gonna get the vibe here, the energy here. I feel like we got some of the most beautiful women here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Pretty Girl County, they say.
Yeah, Pretty Girl County. Beautiful women all around the world, but I want to rep for my women of my city right now.
Of course, for sure. Damn, so like when you made that first move to LA, like how was that? Like just seeing everything out there. How was that experience for you?
Even the going up to that, like that decision to make that move. You know what I mean?
To go to LA?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like, I was working on Wale's album and we was already out there working for like 4 months, 5 months. So it was like, damn, I was already living there. Yeah. So eventually I was like, man, this is where it's calling for me to be at. we ended up getting a condo out there, and then just kept working on albums and stuff. I probably was living. I still live in LA now, but I've probably been here for like 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. We always have this conversation every time somebody come on. Like, do people have to migrate to leave to really blow up? Like, do people have to leave the DMV to blow up? What do you think?
I would wish for it not to be like that, but I mean, to my knowledge, I ain't seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody stay in DC and you just blew up strictly off of just being in DC. But I mean, you never say never though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I think it's coming soon. I feel like, especially the amount of people that we have here, I always talk about like the fact that they don't like that everyone has to leave, that the fact that they're like that DMV isn't its own like big hub. Like, there's no reason why we can't do like LA or New York. Like, we have the talent, we have the people, but we just need like the resources, you know what I'm saying? The people to
entertainment value, yeah.
Sure.
Like, we had BET was here. Ain't nobody even know that. You knew that?
I didn't know
that. I did not know
BET when they was doing Rap City, taking in the basement, all that stuff.
Really?
It's in DC. I think Malcolm X owns the building now. But DC. We were trying to build a little entertainment value stuff. That's why we talk about Jermaine Dupri. I like his story, like what he did for Atlanta, because he took like bling and different things of that nature and brought them to Atlanta. Yeah. So when we was watching that on TV and stuff, he was the one doing that. That's what I want to do for DC. What I've seen that people have done for their city. So I feel like it's like it has to be done for it to be able to be created like that.
Yeah, one thing like I've seen like Tiny Desk is filmed here.
Yeah, it's
that's one thing I knew. I was like Tiny Desk filmed here. I was like, what? Like, that's kind of crazy to kind of see the people do their Tiny Desk and think like they're really coming to DC to go do that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Then you got Tiny Desk though, but it's like Tiny Desk don't focus on DC artists.
Yeah, they don't.
I love Tiny Desk though. I'm gonna do Tiny Desk. I'm just saying that like we just like, you know what I'm saying, because the entertainment value.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me?
It's crazy, and I think eventually, like I said, it just takes a bunch of like-minded people to eventually just like start the movement, things like that. Like you said, you're going back here, but it's no place like home at the end of the day. And I think people are really starting to realize that. A lot of people who are from here, they just want to rep their city. You know, at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people, I feel like if you're from DC, you're from Beach, wherever you're from, like you proud to be from here, and that's something we can always like hang our hat on at the end of the day. Yeah,
for sure. I did see some. I went to something the other day, actually at University of Maryland. They had something, I think it was called Open Gem or something of that nature. They did. Have y'all heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
Let me see. Well, shout out my artist, Ramsey Renee. She's an R&B singer from here. She just did a performance here at University of Maryland the other day.
Okay, got you. So you have a label too?
We building a label.
Damn.
We building a label. See, this is here. You know what building that is?
Oh, that's Dare to Dream.
Yeah, Dare to Dream. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what you said?
That's Dare to Dream. Actually, this is so crazy.
That's crazy.
We know the founder of Dare to Dream. We actually had a live podcast with her.
Oh shoot, what's her name again?
Takaya.
She's such a great person. Her energy's so beautiful.
She's a great person.
Yes, exactly.
That's actually crazy.
So
crazy. Shout out to Takaya. I feel like she and what they have going on with this element, it will be like a new version of like a Tiny Desk that like give the people.
I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Takaya. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's real life full circle because we realized like you said, we realized that. And we're doing it. We're like, all right, but let's just have her because she's doing something. Basically the podcast was finding your purpose. You know what I'm saying? And we feel like she fit the purpose. Like, what does the world need? You know what I'm saying? Like, just be, like, what do you love to do? And like, what she started doing that, and it's like she loved to do that. And like you said, she got a good energy about herself. She's able to like really just talk to the kids, talk about like how to become an entrepreneur, how to really take ownership of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just create something. That's really crazy.
Yeah, and the build off your yell is like. Our platform is to like help people find their purpose and their passion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we talk to people who we think and we kind of have a know like they're passionate about what they do. Like I could look at, I don't have to meet you. I could look at your page. I could look at what you're doing and be like, that's his passion about music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like his purpose is music. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate
so
that.
It's like, we want people to come here and be able to see like, okay, if I want to do music, they go to CurbTalks. Okay, Flex, let me see what he did to you know what I'm saying, his music. So we want to tell kids like, follow your passion. Like, don't ever tell people you can make money. But the title of the podcast was Turn Your Passion to a Payday. But how do you do that? You need to find your purpose. So then we talked about like how to find your purpose, and then we had Sakai come in. So it's kind of crazy that all this is like so full circle.
Yeah, I would love to do something with all of y'all, do some type of event or something with y'all. That would be fire because like.
So they don't, the
energy's there. The energy's
we gonna get it done because it's like everybody who keeps coming here, they talk about like unity, like the DMV needs to come support each other. The DMV needs people to really put things together.
Because like, we do. We gonna fight everybody. What we gonna fight everybody else?
Nah, for real. We got band together, go fight.
So it's like
they doing it to us.
Yeah,
definitely. So it's like at this point, it's like I think we just gotta do it. We just gotta do an event, and it's coming soon. It's like the more people we meet, the more consistency we have, and like people always down with the ideas that we have, and they're like. People like the vision, and we appreciate the fact that people like the vision. It's like it's kind of like
love the vision. That joke gave me like when I was in there, it gave me an element. It was a refreshing element. I was just like, and even here, being here gives me a refreshing element. You know, it's just like it's like raw and like cutting edge to a point where it's like, okay, we are trying to build like Black excellence. I mean, it's different. It's like anybody could be involved, like you know what I'm saying. But that's what I feel here when I sit here. When I was in that room, I felt like it was like, dang, like this is something that's being built that like our people could open doors for a lot of our people. Right. So that's what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? When I was looking at y'all on y'all Instagram and seeing how y'all did it with Deja, I was like, yo, this is clean. It's straight to the point. Like, you know what I'm saying? The image is right. I loved everything about it. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's like that from the city, I want to support.
No, we appreciate that. And we feel like a lot of people got to adopt that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Because we always talk about it. It's like, no, people just be scared to show love, you know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't trying to be dicky and I ain't trying to do that. But it's like, bro, just like showing love don't cost nothing, you know what I'm saying?
It don't cost nothing.
All it does is move everybody forward at the end of the day.
But the crazy part is like, showing love doesn't cost nothing, but the lack of love might cost you the whole opportunity. Like, it might cost a lot. You know what I'm saying? It might cost everything right there. It might cost everything. So
that's just bomb.
Just knowing that is like, all right, so why can't you show love? You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know what I'm saying, Z came out to show love, we were able to come connect with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just show love and like, it don't cost you nothing, but it costs you everything.
No, for sure.
So talk about like how important it is to like have a good team around you and like to stay grounded and things like that and just like, especially when you're trying to move forward, when you're trying to like have a good vision and really just trying to elevate and know what you want to do next. How important is having a good team and a good support system around you?
You gotta have a good team because that's where the foundation is at. You gotta have a support system. You gotta have people just like motivate you to want to keep pushing towards. Just like you say, like you doing it for a long time or whatever. Like you want to feel like, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. That stride, that energy. Just like any basketball team, the coach is going to yell at you while you're in the game or whatever, but they're gonna tell you, yeah, Michael Jordan, a good shot, Mike.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like you gonna go like you gotta have that, and you gotta stay grounded. The way I stay grounded the most is like through God. Like you know what I'm saying. My energy, like I almost died like 3 times.
Really?
Yes. I got this joint right here. My hand got cut open. You can see this joint right here. You see this? This joint still healing a little bit. I got stabbed 3 times. I got like a little cut joint. I got stabbed. It was like right here. And
that's crazy.
That's through God. God put me in these.
You're here for a reason.
I'm here for a reason. Even now when I pray and I talk to God, I'm like, God, I ain't even gonna say that prayer because I don't want nobody praying against it.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
that's a powerful thing though, because people gonna pray against it. Even you're not gonna know it.
Yeah.
So sometimes people they praying your downfall. Like it's like a funny turn to say.
That's a crazy
it's real
concept to me. Like people praying on somebody's downfall.
Man, they do that, bro. People is wicked.
What?
Yeah,
it's like crazy. What, bro? It's like, how can you be so evil that you want me to fail? It's like you don't got enough going on that you can't focus on yourself.
Some people want to see you doing good, but never better than them. So
yeah, that is true.
When it comes to like, because one thing I value too is just like having a relationship with God and things like that. And how important has that been for you? And can like clearly like he's protected you, he's protecting you so many different ways, but how important has it been like just keep developing that, keep holding on to that throughout your whole career and just even moving forward in life? It's
the most important element. There's no element that's over that part. Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even be rapping if it wasn't for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went to jail before. I would probably, if it wasn't for God, I'd probably still be in jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, if anything, if God said tomorrow, like, you can't rap, then I just can't rap because he ain't nothing coming before him on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it's at for me.
That's a bar.
That's like, real right there.
I would be saying that too, and we talking about that, like keeping that relationship with God, because I've been working on my relationship. You know, Like, I'm Christian. I love God. I'm putting God first. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, knowing when assignment is over. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to know when it's over. Like, God tell you to stop doing that, I'm going to stop. If God told me to stop doing it today, I'm going to stop doing it today.
Exactly.
Like, it's like nothing come before God. You know what I'm saying? Knowing when the assignment is over. But then you also have to know when the assignment is over versus when not to quit.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's two different things. There's two different things.
And that line is very thin.
So
it's very thin.
Very thin.
But it's like, you can only learn that through God.
Yeah.
So sure, it's like, you got to keep that connection. You got to keep talking to him. You got to really seek his face because knowing that difference, you just got to hear it. You got to
hear it because it's not going to be like a clear, hey, black and white, like this is the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes that's the hardest part. Like you said, if God told you to stop, you should stop. But it's not easy though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like especially, and that's something I'm learning. Like God's plan. So oftentimes his plan don't never be my plan. Like, it never work out that way. Like I got one, I'm just gonna go this way, and man, this year gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like God, like nah, don't you trip about that. It's not gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta not only just learn to trust him and just keep having that faith and just like, all right, bet this is not happening, but God's plan is what's happening.
Exactly, because I think He wants us to. Because I like in the Bible, they're like, okay, I remember my pastor said, if you don't dream big enough, then you doing God a disservice. Like if you not dreaming for $1 billion, then you don't think that God is God.
Yeah,
like, you get what I'm saying? That really makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So with God's plan, it's like we supposed to set the dream in place, and then that's why they be like, let go and let God.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We put it in place. We might do little things to like show God that we're intuitive and going towards that goal that we asked Him for, and that He like gave us the vision for it.
Right.
But at the same time, we can't trust ourselves more than we trust where He's going to do it. Because there was those times when we were sitting there and we're like, yo, man, how is this going to happen? Da 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 da. And you was pressing for it to happen like that, and then He just like you said, it's never how you think it is, and then He just slid in this way, and He was like, man, if I would have never even been stressing about it like that, it was already coming like this. I could have just gave it to God.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That's crazy how that stuff works. But I wanna go back to that showing love aspect. Like, how does it feel when other people show you love? Like, you got an article with Revo TV, you know, so you getting love from Chico Bean, from Big Boy. Like, how does it feel when people outside of the area or people from the area start showing love to you?
Man, it's amazing. I mean, I always love to stay grounded, like I say, so I never let it get to my head. But I'm very grateful because I'm like, yo, like, niggas came from nothing. Niggas ain't really had the best world growing up. Like I said, like, you know what I'm saying? This struggle with poverty. And my parents, they from Jamaica. We like first like born American. Me and my brothers and my family, like, you know what I'm saying? My mom and my father and my grandfather brought them here, and then like, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't never really had it like that. So when I do that, I feel like I'm doing the next thing. Just like Drake talk about, like, I guess these plaques for play. I forgot what the word lyrics is.
I know
for the diplomas on the wall. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, what song is that?
Is that Cruel Love?
Is that Cruel Love? I don't know.
What song is that?
I got the diplomas on the.
The diplomas on the wall. I feel like that's Cruel Love.
That's on Take Care.
Take Care.
Is it cool? It might be Cruel Love.
Cruel Love.
Yeah.
Oh, let me.
To see my family
have it all. Took a place of the past. Put the diplomas on the wall.
Yeah,
that's Cruel Love. That's Cruel Love.
Exactly, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's doing doing those things, because like my parents, they like Jamaican, they from third world country. They ain't come here for me to be a rapper. Like, they was like, what are you doing? Like, you feel me? But eventually, like, people started going to my mom, like, hey, his son's like, people know he blowing up. People saying him, and it started to make her happy. When I seen it started to make her happy, it gave me even more motivation. But I was like, man, you don't even know. I'm like, I'm doing it for you. Like, we about to blow this, we about to buy you a house, all that. Like, you going up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great stuff, and especially like Chico Bean. Like, I want to focus on him because like he's from the area too.
Yeah, Chico Bean.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of like see that like he's made out doing what he does, and to come back and see him showing love to the people who are still trying to come up, people who are still, you know what I'm saying, doing that. Like, shout out to him for even extending that hand, or however, like, how did that interaction even begin?
Chico Bean, met him a couple of times. His security guard, actually, he has his security's from here as well. We've been knowing him. He's about LA. I can't think of his name right now, but that's family. And we was all there. He was like, yo, we was there with actually Shout out Cousin Skeeter. You know Cousin Skeeter?
No, I don't do it.
Like actor comedian. He
think
wears
so.
the Mufasa. You know Mufasa,
Yeah, I know that, but I don't think I know.
the dancer.
It sounds familiar though.
It's a car, right? And he be walking next to the car.
Mufasa.
Oh, him. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, that's family right there too. He actually brought us out there. We lived with him and Michael Blackson.
Okay, gotcha. Damn.
Yeah, and then it was
You just be living the life. He's like, yeah, I'm making all these albums. I'm living here, Michael Blackson. That's tough.
that's crazy. I mean, it probably do sound like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say that's the grounded part about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like to you, it's just like you just trying
Yeah, to you, you saying it like it's nothing, but to us,
I'm
like,
hearing names. I'm
I'm
hearing
hearing
names.
names. Like, whoa, like what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah,
Like,
for
so with Nas, like I was like, whoa, like okay.
No, for sure.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta give yourself credit though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You doing stuff. Like sometimes I feel like I get in that mode too where it's like you kind of too ground, so you overlook all the accolades, you overlook what you've been doing, and it's like I gotta keep going, or like it's still more to do. But sometimes you gotta really sit in the present and be like, yo, like, I'm doing all this right now.
You gotta, that's what you gotta count, because that's the foundation that make you stronger. Where you can be like, you can talk to people and be like, man, listen, like, nah, dog, I did this. Like,
You really got to count your blessings sometimes. Yeah.
because it's just like, that's when you start to know your worth. I remember like one day I was riding in LA, and I was like thinking to myself, look in the mirror. I got this song. I was like, in the lyrics, I was like, riding in the city that I don't know, looking in the mirror, it's myself that I don't know. Crooked smiles and masks every time I'm in that photo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
That's hard.
That's hard. But I really did look at the man, and I was like, dog, who am I?
Yeah.
What point do people really get to the point in their life and they be actually sit back and look at themselves like, who am I?
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
then get deep in yourself and then really start to learn yourself. And be like, this is who I am. This is what I won't do. This is what I'm not going to do. Da 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 da.
Learning yourself is like, it's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? They take time to learn yourself. Like, and it takes like sometimes the worst situations to even learn more about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what keeps you going. Like, I feel like once you really know about yourself, it's like that confidence can come. The groundedness is just gonna be able to come because you know who you are, you know who you want to be, and you kind of know what steps you want to take to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You gotta hit rock bottom, like
You got to.
hit rock bottom because, like, at that point, only way is up from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't be afraid to fail too. Like, the only way you can learn yourself is failure and hit rock bottom.
Nah,
Like,
for sure.
You can't really learn yourself because, like, I be saying, like, you only know somebody when you know somebody at the lowest point. You don't know somebody at the highest point. Because, like, at the highest point, of course, everything's
everything's
nice, everything's straight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at the lowest point, when it's really unchy, that's when you know somebody for real.
Exactly. That's when you get to see the pureness of who they can be or the negative of who they can be. So that's real. Just like even like when y'all say the rock bottom part, I feel like this cut right here on my hand, that was a part of my rock bottom like journey. Like, you know what I'm saying? It made me very, very strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm damn near ambidextrous too now, but it's just like it's just like, but at the time when it happened, it shattered my ego.
Man.
And it was like, damn, and I was walking around. That's when I just got on tour with Nas. I was walking around like, nigga, I'm that nigga. What you saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit made me had to sit down. And I think I was going so hard. And I was like, nah, God said, nah, sit down because you're doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I had to humble myself. And then when I did have to get back out there, my hand wasn't healed all the way. So I was insecure about it. Like, I used to go around people, like, we was going around different celebrities and all that. And then, like, I can't dap them up. To me, in my back of my mind, now I'm overthinking, and I'm like, man, he probably think I'm carrying him because I'm just giving him the jump. Like, but for real, like, my hand couldn't open. Like, you get what I'm saying? I killed all the nerves and tendons in my hand, and that joke was you know, your tendons start from up here, and they got to go all the way down. You feel me? So they had to rebuild it. So it was like a newborn baby, my nigga. Like,
That's crazy.
That's insane. That's crazy
that's
too.
that's like
judges, like, people might even judge it because they probably do. Our boy think you carrying them because you doing this, but like, you don't know the full story. Like, we never know the full story, so never really think like you know everything. Don't like judge people because like you don't know what's going on. That's crazy. That's what I was saying right there.
You ever had a full circle moment like when it comes to your music? Like you mentioned, like you had lyrics and you was in the car, like pretty much doing exactly what you was talking about in the song. Like you ever had like those full circle moments, like let's say you was rapping about I'm gonna do this, and then it gets to a point where you actually do it. Yeah, you ever had one of those moments?
Yeah, a lot of them. I'm trying to think. Let me think of a specific one right now. Full circle moment.
Those be the best moments.
Got a song with Foggy Raw. AA. Shout out Foggy Raw, it's the bro too. That joint
That's all crank, I'm not gonna lie. I had to tell you.
Thank you.
That's all crank. That's all crank.
I appreciate that. We should have banished out the video for that joint. We gotta do some new stuff though. But it's a line in it. I was like, before this even happened, I was like, Wale put me in a Bentley. Foggy first like Mr. Bentley. I ain't never been a Bentley before. Let's wrap that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was trying to talk it into existence, and then he really did though.
That's amazing.
So
that's tough. And like you have 2 songs with Foggy, right?
Yeah.
Y'all 2 for 2. Don't lie.
And my brother got a song with Foggy too. He got the video with him. Big School. He got the video with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's tough.
When y'all think y'all gonna shoot the video for
Foggy?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I want to probably make some new stuff. Depending on how he feeling, he might want to make some new stuff. But everybody, like, that song still streams very well now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It sounds new when I play for people. They love it. I mean, we might revamp that joint and put it back up.
I should.
Yeah.
No more.
It's tough.
So before we close the joint out for like, what advice would you give to young artists out here, especially out in the DMV? It's a lot of people trying to start rapping, you know what I'm saying? But what advice would you give to somebody who's trying to like Max said earlier, like be the face of an oversaturated market? How do you what advice would you give somebody who's trying to like push through and become like their own man, become their own voice, and really just get better at rapping for real?
Be creative. Like, you gotta take this joint serious. This joint is like a job. It's like any other job. Like, you know what I'm saying? It might not be a job that you might think that you're gonna get initial pay out of, but if you take it like as a job, then you really will reap the benefits of that. Keep God close as possible. Dangerous industry, you know what I'm saying? And like, make sure that you have the right team around you and the right people around you who's going to push you to go ahead and conquer those dreams, because nothing is capable by itself for real. You need elements of other people. God put us on this earth to help each other.
That's definitely.
That's good. And lastly, who's one person that you'd like to see on the show with us?
One person I want to see, I actually was supposed to bring whatchamacallit over here. I'm burnt out. Shout out my dog Davey Ruffin. I was going to bring Davey Ruffin over here. So that was tough. Let me call him and I can call him so you can answer real quick. Go ahead. That's something with me. Let me see.
That was tough. That was hard.
My man probably training. I don't know.
I don't know what he up to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it about. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. Man. He gonna come on the joint, man. So I want to see him. I want to see everybody. I want to bring my autographs every day on here too.
All right,
so you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm gonna sure send some people y'all way.
Say no more. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that for real. That's love.
I appreciate you sitting on the curb with us today, man. And great guys. Be out.
I want to say something.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk. You got the floor.
Before we get out of here.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to that camera.
Before we get out of here, I want y'all to know this. Like, this is Flex Kartel talking. A lot familiar shit. Like, I'm really telling y'all, I really be influenced in DMV. I be seeing y'all, like, I'm just not no cocky talk. I'm just really letting y'all know, like, I see y'all whistling in some of y'all songs and stuff like that now. That's my joint. When y'all hear that, that's me for real. Like, no funny though. And, like, trendsetter clothes, all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got my Pelioso for my dog. I got my bro out there, you know what I'm saying? Marilyn Jones on. You know, I had to put the Washington Nationals on. You know what I'm saying? I got the World Sock. Shout out my man. Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this all DMV went too. I really crushed them. So, look, if I really want to really put it on, I'm really going to put it on every single time, man. Shout out Let Me Live. Shout out Rick Cartier. We going up, man. Y'all make sure y'all top in with me for the best fashion trends, best shoes, like, whatever. Like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to give y'all that.
Say no more. Y'all heard it here first, man. CurbTalks exclusive, man. We out.
We got it.